I'm tired. Do you ever hear these words? Like, seriously, I feel like I hear them all the time. I'm tired. And I've been asking myself lately, if we make this claim and complaint all the time that we're so tired, maybe we need to start asking ourselves a question of how do we find real rest? So that's what I want to talk about. So what I believe is that there are 3 types of rest. I feel like we need all 3, but I feel like as I list these off, we get progressively worse at each one. The first one is fun rest. We're really good at fun rest. It looks something like this. And so while our bodies are resting, our minds and our thoughts and our emotions really aren't resting. And so we don't really find real rest by having fun rest. We need fun rest, but what fun rest ends up looking like in the long run is something like this.
Come on!
And so we think it's rest, but really we're so overstimulated up here that we're never actually really at rest. Number 2, physical rest. This one's self-explanatory. It looks something like this. So I believe all the health stuff is true, that we need a good bedtime, consistent wake up time, but sometimes that's just not possible. Maybe you have worries or anxieties or fears about yesterday or tomorrow, or maybe you're like me and you just have kids. Whatever the case may be, something stops us from getting physical rest, and I believe that's our third one. Our third one is restorative rest. Restorative rest looks something like this. Not really much going on there, right? It's just me in a chair. But it's less about how I'm physically resting and more about what's going on here. You see, there's no content in front of me. There's no screens, there's no anything. It's just me and my thought. To kind of think through and debrief my day, ask myself questions like, how did I feel about that? Am I harboring any bitterness towards somebody? What do I really feel about what happened today? And then after I've done that, I take those thoughts and I release them. Now this looks different for everybody. For some of you, it might be prayer. For some of you, it might be journaling. Whatever it may be that helps you release that tension and those thoughts, and then we need to restore. This is how we find restorative rest, and I believe that restorative rest is only found through Jesus. Now, I know I just lost some of you there because you may not know Jesus, but I believe that Jesus is actually the author of rest. He created the entire world and made sure that we knew that on the 7th day he rested. Throughout the Old Testament, it was actually a law that was punishable by death if you did not rest on the 7th day. And even further into the New Testament, Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are heavy and burdened, and I will give you rest." You see, Jesus is the author of rest. And I think I need to tell you this today. It's okay to rest. In a world where it can be so easy to consume content constantly, in a world where it can be so easy to be so busy, you need to rest. Because when you find real rest, you are better in every single part of your life. You're a better parent, you're a better person, you're a better friend, you're a better in relationships. You're just better because you have real rest. So turn this video off and go find some real rest.